champions, Shark Eye's back once again, or should I say Konnichiwa, because today I'm going to be doing something a little different for the channel. Back in April of this year, I was fortunate to go to Japan on holiday with my wife, which was a 40th birthday present for her. And while I was there, I of course wanted to do some toy hunting. Now, our trip started in Tokyo, and I did have the opportunity to frequent a few stores, but I did not get any footage. I was fortunate to catch up with Phil from Treasures for Trigger, and he had the presence of mind to actually take some footage. I was probably caught up in that moment of catching up with him and just hanging out, and yeah, I didn't even really pull my camera out. So when you're done watching this, go over to Treasures for Trigger and check out his toy hunt. It's a good video. At the tail end of the video, I'll be showing off my loot that I came home with, and I'm pretty damn happy with my purchases. So stick around for that, and you can see what I got. But for now, enjoy the content, and that is all.
Yeah, no. This is my favorite toy store to shop at here in Osaka. Hero Gong, the big Akira up top. So, let's make our way across the road and have a look what is on offer in this epic collectibles shop. The lights ever turn green while I stand here in the rain. Japan crossings, let me tell you, they're a slow interchange between red going to green. Just mad streets of Osaka. Today, Junior. every day. This Road Warrior collection. There's a whole section dedicated to Mad Max here. Varying different memorabilia. The Mad Max convention and Mad Max. It's some authentic pieces here. Looks like something signed there by Mel Gibson at the back. Interceptor. Very cool. A whole bunch more Mayfix stuff. Michael Jackson and all the iconic movie heroes. That makes sense. More Mad Max. Little miniatures. Surrounded by some giant mechs. Or something, I'm not too sure. Not my wheelhouse. Xenomorphs. Another big Interceptor, last of the V8s. And then you got some 12-inch Mad Max. As well as a signed mask of Humongous. And this is very cool. That's 12-inch rig. Right there. And you got Harrison Ford and Blade Runner and Akira and a whole bunch of random stuff. Alright, so hope you enjoyed the little trip through the toy stores of Osaka.
And I'm going to start off with my first purchase, and this one was actually picked up from a store in Shibuya, whose name escapes me right now, but this did come minted in box, but I decided to open it up while I was there just so I could save some space in my luggage. And it is a McFarlane Joker figure. I'd seen this had been released a little while back, but I'd never picked it up. And I don't collect McFarlane, but I've always been impressed by that opening sequence in The Dark Knight, and Heath Ledger, obviously being an Aussie, I had to have this figure. It does come with the alternate head, but I display mine with the clown mask on. I think it's just a cool figure. I'm glad that they got it in the line. I would like to get a large accessory to add to his hand, some kind of firearm. I don't know what, but we know that because this scale's a bit bigger, a lot of the accessories that you would use for like classified or whatnot at a 16 scale are just a tad too small. So that's something I have to endeavor to fix up, but very cool pickup. I didn't pick up anything else in Tokyo because I didn't find anything I really wanted, and I wasn't just going to buy things for the sake of buying things. So next up is a little gift that Phil gave me when I met him for our trip of Nakano Broadway's toy stores. And again, I didn't find anything along that route of shops, and we went into plenty. But yeah, it was a fun experience, and if you're in Japan, I recommend checking out that precinct because the vintage toy stores are off the charts. The modern toys are obviously widely available as well. So this is what Phil gave me. These are 2 miniature anniversary figures of G.I. Joe, and one is the action pilot, which is pretty cool. And of course, we're going to be seeing a pilot in the classified line for the 60th anniversary. And the other one is a 40th anniversary. I think it's a Marine, maybe. But yeah, it's also pretty cool. I can show you what they look like inside. Action Soldier, not Marine, I beg your pardon. So yeah, very cool of Phil to give me those, and I really appreciate it, mate. They hold a special place in my heart. And it was an awesome time catching up with him. And as I said earlier, when you've done watching this, go over to Treasures for Trigger. God, that's a mouthful. It's more of a mouthful than my channel name. Treasures for Trigger. And check out the toy hunt video that he put up of our time there. And give him a sub while you're at it. Phil's a great guy, and he does fantastic content because he obviously lives in Japan. So next up, I was able to purchase my first Mafex figure. And I got this for a pretty damn good price. Obviously, it's Billy Butcher from The Boys. I don't own any of these others, but I saw this and it was a really good price because, believe it or not, it has been opened, but it is complete. And yeah, that's worked out to be about $49 Australian. So very cool. I'm yet to crack this one open myself, but eventually he's coming out of this packet. Next cab off the rank, I saw this Predator, had to have it. It's a NECA. It worked out to be about 65 Australian dollars, give or take. And again, I haven't opened it up, but you can see that it is like the Predator when he's in sort of that cloaking device sort of mode. But he'll be going over there. Over there, you can see some more NECA stuff that I have right there. So he's going to go in there. And then I found another Mafex figure. And I don't collect Batman. Obviously, I have that Joker figure I just showed you. I don't collect anything DC, but I saw this and it was a good price for a Mafex figure. That's like, you can see that there. That's like $22. And this was obviously reduced. It was another Osaka purchase. And I just saw it and I thought that's pretty cool. We don't come across Mafex stuff often here in Australia. So I figured, why not? You know, went on holiday, you got to splurge, right? So yeah, very cool. The next one, again, was something I immediately saw, and I was like, yep, that's coming home with me as well. And again, like Mafex, it's an SH Figure Arts figure by Bandai, which is huge in Japan. And again, these are not easily available in Australia. It's Indiana Jones. You got alternate, multiple hands, alternate faces, all his gear. You can even see he's got the little, what's it called? The little totem, I guess you call it. No, the idol. What am I saying? I've watched Raiders of the Lost Ark enough. Unlike some people, Lawrence from A Punk with Toys. And yeah, it's a cool little figure. I haven't opened it up, but you can see what everything else it comes with. It's got his satchel, the little pouch of sand that he uses to exchange for the idol. Dr. Jones was always going to be going in my luggage. Next one up is again a line that I don't really collect, but I have a smattering of figures from this historic line over the years. And this was one that was announced, 6 months or so ago, I guess, and was not easily available in Australia. They were available here, but I never was able to grab one. But I saw this lone figure on the shelf when I walked into Toy Gong in Osaka, and Hero Gong in Osaka, and I was instantly grabbing this. And that is Marvel Legends Blade. I mean, easily probably one of the best Marvel Legends figures we've seen in the last 12 months or so. And he will be coming out of the packet, and he will be displayed with the inevitable collection of Monster Force figures that will arrive on my doorstep when they are eventually dispatched. So yeah, very cool. That works out to be about 45 Australian, which is a standard price usually for a Marvel Legends here. But yeah, that's Blade. Now the final two are my favorite purchases from this trip. These are two figures from a series that came out, I want to say at least 25 years ago. I never picked them up at the time, although I did see them in a toy store here in the city, which is no longer there, and have wanted them ever since. And they were always pricey when you'd see them. Very, very rarely would you see them in vintage shops or toy fairs here in Australia. But I walked into Hero Gong in Osaka, and as you would have seen in the video, this store had quite a collection of memorabilia and other things relating to this property, and that was the Road Warrior. Very, very cool. And price-wise, they weren't cheap, but mint on card, despite the bubble being a little yellow. Yeah, I was stoked to see these on the shelf. And there was multiples, which was just amazing. Like, I couldn't believe it. They had a couple of the other figures from the line that I didn't buy, and I think it was the Gyro Pilot, this bird, can't remember her name, the Feral Kid, and I was tempted to get him, but I didn't. They did not have Humongous, unfortunately, or else I would have bought it right there and then on the spot, so I'm still chasing him. So if anyone's got a lead on Humongous, please let me know. But yeah, very cool. And a fun fact about these figures is that Mark Von Cannon from Gridiron Studios actually worked on this line. So from, something that I saw in a store 25 years ago to today being such a fan of Gridiron's gear, amazing. Like, when I found that out, I was like stoked. So that's an even nicer touch to owning this. And yeah, Mark did great work on this line. And if you're not familiar with Gridiron stuff, or you haven't purchased any of Gridiron stuff, I suggest you do, because it's amazing and it will only flesh out your 6-inch figures. So there was one more piece that I did pick up, and that was this big bloke, played by Vernon Wells in the film, who you would know from Commando. Immediate purchase again, like the Mad Max one. Look at it, like, look at the detail that went into these figures even back then. You know, part of me almost wanted to buy two other ones to open, but I didn't. I was sensible, because sometimes you need to be sensible. But yeah, to have these is fantastic, man. And, you know, I really wish we had more Mad Max toys. It's a property that has not had a historic, like, run of toys. And, you know, this is pretty much the only action figures. But maybe one day. So yeah, that's my toy haul from the Land of the Rising Sun. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have any of these pieces, or if you're chasing any of these pieces. And lastly, you know, I would like to say, if you have the opportunity to visit Japan, do so. It's an amazing country, and it just has so much to offer from a cultural perspective, a history perspective. The food's amazing, the people are great, the place is so clean. Like, it's just one of the first things that you notice when you go there. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you're seeing my channel for the first time and you enjoyed the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll have plenty of more stuff coming your way soon. Take care, guys. Sayonara.